Alright, so yesterday was a silent treatment because I couldn't speak too much. Igor was just next to me studying, so I didn't want to disturb him. But today, I have a room to myself, therefore I can speak as much as I will be able to. I think that it's not wise to speak during puzzle battle, no freaking way. I don't do that, actually. I may not be speaking during the rapid chess match, and I will not explain every single puzzle. I will explain only daily puzzle, and then some of my puzzles during puzzle survival. Today's goal is, let's say, not 1400, but say 1350 elo for puzzle survivor. Without further ado, let's solve the daily puzzle. It's Monday. It's supposed to be the easiest one throughout the week. Dual discover check with taking the queen. Discover check and check. That should be the play. You won't be able to move here and here. So he will move here or here. That is wrong? Excuse me? Better move? What? So I would check and then take. Win a queen. So I can mate him at this point. The only move that does something seems to be this one. And it's wrong. Okay, I'm at loss here. Aha. So the goal is not to just get advantage, but get the game over with. Because now bishop is delivering check and guarding these squares. This pawn is guarding these two squares, and this pawn, I don't have the cursor visible, sorry. So the bishop is guarding these squares. This pawn is guarding this square. This pawn is guarded, and itself is guarding these squares, while the rook is guarding these two squares. That is a checkmate right there. One move checkmate. Let's solve puzzles. You have a chance to beat me. Can you find the checkmate? So it's here. If he runs here, he's done for. He runs here, he can guard himself. Unless I do this. And then he's done for. What are these puzzles? They are way too easy. Well, let's not get myself carried again. It's not guarded. Check. Okay. Then I just do this, right? 1476. Twice as much of time. Around 2000 attempts. Hidden free big rank mate. Pass rate. Over half of people. It's easy one. Seems to be, to me. First move is pretty clear. But what's next? Maybe this. Leaving only a single square. I move here. I don't see any other move. Let's try, but I can go like this and you don't have a path forward. So what does the white want to do? He's under a threat and is supposed to be checkmated, right? If I go here, he just takes with either of these and I would lose all of my material. Hint. This pawn isn't guarded and delivers my check. If I would do this, he just takes. There is also a battery now. I move here. And he again blocks. Ah! It was a fork. So again, I go here, he runs. Then I take this unguarded pawn and deliver a check with forking a rook. Then he blocks, then I take. He runs from a check again and I take the second rook. So the position does not change that much for me, but for him it's a great loss of 12 points in material. That is brutal. If I do this, he just takes. If I do this, he just takes. This would block the rook and it would fall. This is not possible. This here is pointless. This is doing nothing at the moment. If I go here, cannot take with a knight because it's pinned. If I go here, he goes here with his queen, and I am I am worse. This way of some sort of activating it would lead to this queen taking the rook. I am at loss. So what queen can do? I can take this queen and propose exchange. Then continue checking. And take this pawn and get taken by either a knight or a queen. Pointless. From my perspective, I don't see enough moves in the future. Alright. So, exchange of queens. If I go here, he will have the only move to go back here. I'm pretty sure. I go here. This is guarded by a pawn. This will be guarded by the rook, as well as these two. He can go only here. Then I will deliver this check. He takes. He cannot take. He will be pinned by the rook. So he will have to run. And after that move, I do this and it will be a checkmate. Done. I should have taken 46 seconds. I took 4 minutes. 55%. Speed bonus 0. It's all really long. Let's repeat it. Let's go through the exchange of the queens. And delivering check with the rook, he has to run. And delivering check with a bishop, he cannot take because rook pins the knight. Then he can only run here. And this is his last move. Checkmate. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Bye-bye. And that's it. That would be daily puzzles. Now puzzle battle. Yesterday I didn't explain, actually, I didn't explain even to me any sort of puzzles, mistakes in the puzzle battle. So let's fix that today. No, it seems I've already won. Ooh, didn't pay attention. I never pay attention to my opponents. Okay, but it's only 14 puzzles. Let's solve my mistake and solve this one that I didn't make. Until that leaves one more puzzle to be explained in survival if I make some sort of mistake. I'm curious about this one. Let's turn the volume up. And this was curious one. So let's start with this supposedly easy one. I take, he takes, and then I go safely there. I had the brain lag. He is far back, and I am pretty close. Now this one. I started with this, and then it would be like this. He takes, I take. I've seen something like this. If that is correct, if this sequence is correct. Taking like this would activate his bishop and threaten the knight here. Maybe that's proper. Let's try this one. Yes. So the memory was right. Check. Blocks. I take. He's forced to take and lose this. What if he didn't take? I go here. And then what? He would allow this loss with a check, and then for the loss of the knight, forking, threatening the queen, which would be great loss of material. This is 6 points, and this is 5 points. So that's why. 6 points, and the rook here was 5 points. Okay, that would be for a puzzle battle. Now puzzle survival. Today's goal is to reach 1350. Average time per puzzle 57 minutes. I need to go. It's some sort of bastard move from me, keeping this open so that I can come back later, but I don't. This is guarded. This is not guarded, and it's a checkmate. Black is to move. Stupid. Oh, he's not. He's just minimizing damage. How could I say that engine was stupid? What the fuck? I think that's correct sequence. No, it's not. That would be checkmate there. This is fastest checkmate available. This is checkmate. Wait. This is threatening checkmate. Actually not. How to use the pieces to my advantage. Still can run. Can I? On which square the queen resides? I think the king resides on this square, right? So what can queen do? This is pointless. Pointless. This doesn't seem to threaten something like this, but these two are off charts because it just takes. It was wrong. Let's fork and win material, right? Black is to move. And it's a ladder mate. Black is to move. Check. He runs. Check. He runs. Check. mate. So check, check, checkmate. This is checkmate. White is the move. This is a tunnel. Check. Desperately blocks. I take. Desperately blocks. I take. Checkmate. Black is the move. This square is guarded. Go here. Deliver a check. He can run on here. I go here. Deliver a check. He can run either he cannot run here. He can run only here. And me moving here delivers a checkmate. Check, check, checkmate. White is to move. This square is guarded by knight, as well as this one. This square is guarded by white pawn, as well as this one. So I only need what? Actually, if I go here, I deliver check with queen and pawn. Only safe place will be this one. No, it won't. If I take, he runs to here. He could potentially go after knight though. I am feeling, my mind is feeling tight. Let's replenish. So, the current position is pretty nice. This is guarded, this is attacked, and these squares are safe. If I move here, I deliver check, but this square is no longer guarded. What about that? But I need something to make space and keep this from happening. Well, actually, it doesn't happen. If he goes here, I just take. He takes, I take back. So this is not really a threat as long as the rook is here. If I went here though, it would mean end for me. Anyway, let's go with this plan. And it didn't want me to think further, alright. This is a battery, but it does nothing. I threaten a knight. He takes. I take. He takes. I take. And I lose these. We lose the exact same pieces. I need to win some. There's so many threats. If he takes, I don't need to take. I just can win this material. That is, I believe, the thing I should do. Okay, and he beats me to it. And I win a knight out of that. These squares are off limits. As well as these. So if I just move here, it's a checkmate. It's not. If I move here, is it a checkmate? I think so. If I go here, I'll deliver check. Can run only here or here, and either way, this is a checkmate. Now is it though? Yes, it is. This square is guarded by 2 pawns. So, deliver this check, and that's more than enough. This is actually hanging. And the knight here is is trapped. It cannot escape. He still could castle, so if I deny him the castling right, like this, I should deny him the castling. My king moved. My king already moved. I cannot castle. Is it so? If I would castle, it would solve both issues. No, I cannot, because I'm stupid and I don't remember the layer. This would do. But it would allow him to lessen the problem. And it's wrong. This should be a mate, right? He cannot do anything. He cannot do anything, and he's in check. If I go here, what can he do? Can he do something? No. If I do this, then this is unstoppable. Knight is guarded. This square. They are guarded by the pawn. This square is now guarded, but I need... Okay, I actually could deliver checkmate with one move, right? Like this. This square will be guarded. This square will be guarded. This square is guarded. Knight is guarded. And knight is guarding this square. So one move made like this. Black is to move. If I go here, he goes here, and I go here, and he's screwed. He can try this, but then there is en passant. If he doesn't do anything, I just take all his pieces, and I am okay. This is... So I was supposed to move the pawn first, Did I just Yes, I did have brain lag because it's evening. That's my cope. Anyway, let's play somebody. I will just check the stream if there is some sort of activity, and there is. Interesting. Whatever. It is in the 1440p, right? Mm. Why the hell do I have fairy tale here? It's 1440. I see no problem with this. So, I will not be speaking too much during the game. I'm already some sort of drained, and I'm fine with losing during the placements. I will not get so much more pushed around afterwards, I think. I don't like that move already. It was unprotected. That was free knight. No more weaknesses like that. He wants to get rock out. Ooh, beautiful. But stupid on my part. So, 2 free pieces. That's an advantage. I don't think I will be able to win with it against. Let's do this. I don't like this threat at all. And he is on it. If I pair the knight, what can he do? Nothing. He can move the queen. Okay. He unpinned the knight. Yes, so many possibilities here. What will you do? He will move the knight where? This? This? Or another knight? That's even better. What will be the next move? Working these 2 pieces. I should see that. Okay, at this point I should resign. There's better move than just taking. He is patient, but not taking the rook right away seemed also almost like The cheater. Lol. I will keep guarding these two squares. I need... You know what? This is guarded. So I actually don't want that. Let's try it. He takes, I take, he takes, I take. And he doesn't care. Yes, it's stupid to go against this position, right? So I can go for this free pawn. So he wants to claim this square with a check. So that's not a free pawn anymore, and he attacks the attacking queen. That is nice. Let's propose the exchange of queens, and his answer will be yes, of course. He now is prepared to claim the square. I'm not going to... Oh, well, he can exchange. You cannot take my guy. You can only run. Okay. What now? Let's activate the king. And now it's no go there. I cannot defend both of these. And the battery is forming. I take, he takes with check. His patience ran out. What is this trying to accomplish? This square is guarded. So he actually does do good plays. If I go here, he goes here. Then what? Can threaten this. Goes here. Go here. Goes here. screw it. Let's take as much material before the time runs out. You take, I should take. He delivers check. Good. All right. One blunder, only one. That's interesting. Not a bad game, not a bad game. Game review.
You played some nice moves even though you lost. Let's look at a good tactical find you had.
Yes, my opening sucked. His middle game was great? Wow, wow, his middle game was great. I found 10 best moves and made one blunder. Interesting. So the blunder was hanging the knight? How long is the stream going? An hour. Let's get it over with. The opening was again the weakness. The middle game was okay, with a lower accuracy. But his accuracy is insane. Okay. That's some sort of thoughtful person. 4 inaccuracies. Let's see.
Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. Your knight is undefended, so this move loses material.
Yes. That was that time I hanged the knight. So it should develop a bishop, right? Retry. If I do
this defends the attacked knight.
Okay. Or, what if?
This is an equal trade.
Equal trade.
This offers an equal trade of pieces. Your knight is undefended. That knight was free for the taking.
Yes.
This continues down the road to checkmate.
What was this? The whole game has no blow points. There were some, right?
That knight was free for the taking.
Where are the inaccuracies?
That pawn chain will help. You create luft for the king, providing it an escape square. Well done, an excellent move.
What? What did I do?
Great, you've developed your last piece, completing your setup. With that move, you chase the knight away. Very good choice.
Okay.
Not the best move, but not bad either. That was a free pawn.
Oh, that was free pawn, okay. Where am I?
That was an even swap of material. You captured back. This is a fine move.
Okay.
Well done, an excellent move. Very good choice. You step your king away from the checking pawn.
Yes.
You take back. This is a fine move. Well done, an excellent move.
Okay, okay.
You permitted the opponent to force eventual checkmate.
Okay, how should I do this? Instead of this, to go here.
This evades the check from the knight.
Mm-hmm.
You overlooked a better way to evade the check from the opposing pawn.
Yeah. So sticking to the pieces at this point of the game is not good. Okay.
This steps away from the checking pawn.
Mm-hmm.
You step your king away from the checking knight.
Mm-hmm.
You've just allowed your pawn to be taken without a fight.
Okay, what was the best move?
Very good choice. Nice, definitely the right move. Good job, that's what I would have played too. You won a knight for free.
Yes, just it lessens the... It actually would... Anyway. Now, even if I've done this...
You won a knight for free.
Okay. The best move is this. Understand. And then I ran out of time.
This continues down the road to checkmate.
I cannot go here and neither here nor here. So I run here.
Right on target. This continues the checkmate threat.
Okay.
Right on target.
The only move is this.
This is the strongest option.
Yes. Isn't that the only option? Because here is the king, here is the queen, and here's the rook. So basically I have only one legal move. And this.
This continues the checkmate threat.
What do you mean? Aha!
This is the strongest option.
If I go here, he can go here, and then I would have to chase him, but this is a checkmate, right? Check this. No, it's not a checkmate. Okay, the only legal move is this one.
This evades the check from the queen.
It's forced move.
And the game is over.
Yes, that would be checkmate. So how could I make it happen quicker?
This evades the check. This is the strongest option.
Okay. I want to see...
Opening with the king's pawn. D4 takes full control. This move activates. You take back. Your knight is undefended, so that pawn chain will help strengthen your... Developing is good and even. Castling protect.
Sorry.
You allowed the opponent to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades.
Yes. This was brutal move.
Taking that knight wins material after the follow-up trades are made. This move is okay, but not what I would have played.
Okay, what was the best move? This is BS. Or not? The black is better.
Recaptures.
Yeah, and he does this, and then I do this. This is the best move because it doesn't allow the knight to retreat and continue on playing. Now he takes.
Recaptures. Trading pieces is a good strategy for black.
No.
One of the best moves. Black's recapture simultaneously activates another piece.
Okay. But I wanted to see the...
You create left for the king, providing it an...
Okay, I'm too tired to think about it further. It was an alright game. So this... no great and either brilliant moves happened though. I played with precision of 1300 and my opponent of 1900. His middle game was very on point, my opening was questionable. Okay, we still didn't get to see... We still didn't get to see the end game. This would lead to some sort of shenanigans. All right. So, that would be all for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.